Okay, so welcome back to our social media. This is sort of part two, but video number four of our series. It's part two because it's the second part of TweetAdder. We're going to be diving into why I love TweetAdder and why Twitter robots just make your life so much easier. Since you're taking notes, just make a note that you can find a link to TweetAdder on the Connections Group's website if you just scroll all the way down on your right. And please go ahead and use that link. It'll get you a free 60-day trial. And if you agree with me and decide that you do like it better than any of the free ones out there, then I actually make a little bit of commission if you buy it through my link. That is one of the other nice things about TweetAdder. It actually ended up not costing me a dime because of the fact that so many people agreed with me that they liked it the best that I'm now actually made a little profit off TweetAdder. Sweet. Okay? But here is why I like TweetAdder. First, you can automate your tweets. This is awesome. Okay, let's talk a little bit about how you automate your tweets. First, you can put pretty much unlimited tweets into your Twitter robot. So let's say you load 50 or 60 of them in there. Okay, they're going to be rotating through there on a regular basis. So no one person's probably going to see that same tweet twice. And use different tweets for different things. Okay, so each tweet should be its own point, and each of them should drive traffic back to wherever you want it to go. It's a great way to drive traffic for events. It's a great way to drive traffic for sales, for promotions, etc. Okay, but you're only tweeting to the people that are following you on Twitter. So how do you get people to follow you on Twitter? Well, this is the great thing about this. You can automate your searches and follows. Here's what you can do on Twitter. Let's say, for instance, I own a hair salon and I'm in Longwood. Okay, well, I probably am not going to care to have Twitter followers that are really too far away from me. So I'm going to tell TweetAdder that I want it to follow people that only live within 25 miles of me. Okay, that's number one. Now I have to think about, well, who is my target market if I'm a hair salon? Well, women mostly, right? And women that maybe want a new hairdresser. So, think about the keywords that your target market might be using in a tweet. Okay, they might be using the word stylist. They might be using the word hair. They might be using the word manicure or massage. They might be using the word kids. Frankly, most kids have a mom. Most moms get their hair done. Okay, so any kind of keyword that you think might uncover your target audience, then that's what you tell TweetAdder to go after. And then you automate that. So once you've told it, I want you to follow anybody that's tweeted the word hairstylist or stylist in the last 6 days that lives within 25 miles of me, TweetAdder will be constantly out there looking for those people. Kind of like in that movie Terminator with those little robot people. Okay, it's great. The other thing that it will do for you is it will allow you to follow the followers of other Twitter users. So here's something that's kind of tricky. How about you go out there and find the Twitter accounts of your competitors, and then tell TweetAdder to follow the people that are following your competitors. Now I think that's pretty cool. Because frankly, I would never cross that ethical line where I would try to go steal somebody's people away from them. But hey, why not let them know who you are? Because sooner or later, they may get dissatisfied with that other hairstylist they use. They may go in and get a perm that makes them look like little Orphan Annie. And they may want another stylist, and maybe they're already following you. Okay, so that's another way that you can use it. And then, of course, you can use it to follow the followers of businesses that don't compete with you, but that have the similar target market as you. So if I was a hairstylist, I would think, well, where else are ladies going to shop? Oh, they're going to buy shoes, they're going to buy housewares, they're probably going to buy children's clothes, they're probably going to shop at the gourmet grocery store, maybe Petty's Meats. So I'm going to actually go and look and see if any of those businesses have Twitter accounts, and I'm going to go follow their people too. Okay? Now, it's important in Twitter not to get too over unbalanced between people that you're following and people that are following you. It doesn't look good. If somebody goes to your Twitter account, they sort of hope to see, a lot of people following you, and you not really following much more people than the people following you. So here's what you do with TweetAdder. You also tell the robot to unfollow people that have not followed you back in, say, 4 days. Because if they're not really active Twitter users, they probably, they probably are not going to follow. If we don't really care, if they're not regular Twitter users, we don't care that much about them. They're probably not paying attention to Twitter. If they are regular Twitter users, they've probably been to their Twitter account within the last 4 days, and if they didn't follow you already, they're probably not gonna. Okay, so unfollow those people. Your robot will follow them again later if they tweet something that falls within your parameters. Okay. Now, what else can you do with TweetAdder? Oh gosh, I mean, there's all kinds of cool stuff you can do with TweetAdder. For instance, if I was, that was my phone going off. If I was going to do a special promotion, let's see, I used to be in public speaking, and let's say I was a public speaker and I had a seminar coming up in, say, Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, I might then go create a new Twitter account just for Atlanta, Georgia. Use my Twitter robot to follow a whole bunch of people that might be interested in the topic of my talk in Atlanta, and then use that to drive traffic back to my own website. Okay, you can also use it to drive traffic back to another Twitter account. For instance, I've seen businesses that have multiple Twitter accounts for different things, and sometimes they use the one Twitter account to drive traffic back to their main Twitter account. Okay, so there's all kinds of cross marketing you can do with this, and the beautiful thing about Twitter is that it is when you're using the robot, it's automatically kind of set it and forget it. The other thing that you can do with TweetAdder, which is probably a little bit of an advantage too, I haven't really compared it since I started using it to the free versions, but one of the things that you can do with TweetAdder is you can use it to automatically update your FaceIn and LinkedIn accounts as well. Now, to find out how to do this, just go to the TweetAdder frequently asked questions page, and you'll find the little instructions here. In some cases, they require you to download another little third-party app to do it. And a little word of advice, you don't want to update your Facebook and LinkedIn with every darn tweet that you're sending. Use it only for the important stuff. You don't want to wear people out on those forms of social media. I tweet about once an hour. I don't post something to my Facebook page every hour. I don't post something to LinkedIn every hour. If you're posting on those sites too often, people kind of get tired of it, frankly. Okay, so save it for important stuff like events, a really good sales promotion, important news, maybe an article you've written, something like that. Okay, but again, Twitter is great for driving traffic. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do in your social media strategy is you're going to want to implement an article marketing strategy as part of this as well. Articles are also great at driving traffic. And we're going to talk a little bit more about articles in the next video, where we're going to wrap up the rest of this social media seminar. Okay, so follow us to the next video.